Hi, my name is Cody Cormier, and I'm going to be talking about the benefits and horrors of eating organic food versus non organic food. If you look at the warning signs of a spray bottle of malathions, it says overexposure may cause severe poisoning or death. What is overexposure to this chemical? Simply walking in the fields after spraying them. What is malathion? It is a pesticide used in most of our fruits, vegetables, and wheats. I don't know about you, but I don't want the remains of this life-threatening chemical on my foods. Non-organic food versus organic food has everything to do with pesticides. Organic foods are more beneficial to one's health due to less use of pesticides as opposed to non-organic foods, in which are heavily sprayed with those toxins. The production differentiation between the two is the main difference. Eating organic foods are more beneficial because they often have higher nutrients, fewer toxic chemicals, and are better for people that have dangerous allergies to preservatives. The problem with non-organic food is that the constant use and exposure to pesticides may cause long-term damage. Not only the land, but the effects on mankind as well. Without our environment, we would be helpless. We need to ensure our land stays healthy. That includes everything around us: the grass, trees, air quality, animal, insects, water, elect. These harsh chemicals are destroying the very ground we step on and killing animals as well. Think about the birds that fly down and inject the toxic worms that have now died from being sprayed. You think that is bad? That's just one example of the food chain. And it all leads back to us, experts. Tara Cornelius and Nathan Donnelly have shown in recent studies done by Center of Biological Diversity, researchers compiled data from nearly 400 studies. Finding that pesticides harmed beneficial soil-dwelling invertebrates, including earthworms, ants, beetles, and ground-nesting bees, in 71% of cases viewed. Tara Cornelius, page 3, 2021. It is just as important to make sure our health is in good shape as the land we live on. Do you realize that you're putting into your vessel what is chronic toxicity? Chronic toxicity is very harmful effects that develop from small amounts of repeated exposure over time. According to an article, potential health effects of pesticides, chronic effects from exposure and pesticides include birth defects, toxicity to a fetus, production or beginning or benign or malignant tumors, genetic changes, blood disorders, nerve disorders, endocrine disruption, and reproduction effects. Roberts, page 7, 2017. The first step is finding a solution to the problem. A solution to inappropriate use of harsh chemicals consists of all natural solutions. what won't be harmful to the land or the people. There are several other methods we can use. Before pesticides, the people lived off the land. Because we are so consumed with the cost of mass production, we have gotten away from other useful techniques. If we focused on health of our people and not how cheap we can make our operations, there would be a much different outlook. The thing is, there are thousands of modern farms that use no pesticides, but how? Relay cropping, tilting, ridging, mowing, crop rotation, and good soil helps control insects, weeds from killing crops. Expert Donella Meadows published an article, "Can the World Be Fed Without Pesticides?" And this, she says, wise words. The price of clumsy technology blasting the environment with poisons rather than working knowledgeably with nature's methods of controlling pest population. Meadows, page 19, 2011. Donella also goes into further detail on the methods as stated earlier, such as crop rotation. As you can see, the solution isn't very difficult, going back to using more traditional methods instead of chemical drenching showers. Mankind would reap nutrition benefits in what we consume. Long term, we wouldn't have as many health issues from all the chemicals we put into our bodies. And people would have pre-existing allergies, health issues would be safer and efficient for everyone to choose to eat organic, healthy crops. Nutrition-wise, organic is proven to be healthier than non-organic. Some may argue the nutrition value is the same. However, non-organic foods get pumped with pesticides and synthetics and hormones. Long-term organic agriculture is the better option for consumers because they don't have any of these harmful ingredients. MDPI posted an article, a systematic review of organic versus conventional food consumption. Is there a measurable benefit on human health? States that other compensational differences have been demonstrated. These include higher antioxidants concentrations, I took it upon myself and to get options from real people in the community. I had a neighbor named Linda. I remember her telling me that she was allergic to coffee. I found this so odd. She retracted her statement and said, not coffee, but the pesticides in coffee. We can't figure out which one because there are hundreds. So I just say stay away from non-organic coffee. This was something so simple that I drink every morning. I wake up, I wonder what chemical it is that her body rejects so much so it end up in critical danger. Now it's time. Put this into action. Buy organic crops or even grow your own if you can. You don't need much space to feed your family. Just some sunlight and a few feet. Water, seeds, and soil. Help yourself, save our lands. In conclusion, it is crucial that we are aware of what we are putting into our bodies and our land. Throughout this presentation, I discussed how continuous use of pesticides beyond terrible beyond terrible for our bodies and environment, and how switching to the consumption of organic foods will help our overall health and save our land. Now that I have made my speech very clear as to why everyone should consume organic food, I hope you can evaluate my points and use them.